Today on ONTV Update, are you a student having trouble with your documented disabilities? You may be able to receive accommodations for your test and notes.
Then we'll be taking a look at a new agreement between OCC and SUNY ESF that should help out any student looking to transfer.
Now, from the EMC studio at Onondaga Community College, this is ONTV Update.
Good afternoon and welcome to ONTV Update. Today is Friday, February 28th. I'm Jason Brzee.
And I'm Caitlin Kelly. High school students with disabilities might have trouble finding colleges that can help accommodate them.
ONTV Update's GAVIN WANDERSEE says there's more you need to know about the process.
For high school students who are applying to colleges, some students can struggle with taking tests or notes more than others. Thankfully, at Onondaga Community College, certain disabilities can be comforted through the Office of Accessibility's resources.
I was really scared about college because I didn't think that my accommodations in high school would follow through with me. But then I found out about OER and I felt really relieved. I wasn't that scared anymore about college.
Trevor Scott is a student here at OCC and has found the OER offices very useful.
They've gotten me my testing accommodations, which are a huge help because it allows me to take the tests and exams in an alternate location. Makes it a lot more easier for me with my TRETs and everything.
I had the pleasure to sit and chat with the director of OER, Nancy Carr, to see what students can have accommodated for them.
We have a lot of wonderful assistive technology, as we call it, that helps just students with disabilities that maybe a lot of people aren't even aware of. We have a machine called a CCTV. That's for people with vision impairments. It blows the print up as large as people need it to read.
Students and alums have even started recovery meetings, whether it was alcohol or substance abuse.
The OER offices are right here on campus at COULTER Library. Just go in through the main entrance and then take the first right.
With the OER offices helping disabled students, they can guide a light towards their college and career goals. From COULTER Library, GAVIN WANDERSEE, ONTV Update.
If you think you could use some of these accommodations, the OER office at COULTER Library has a form you can fill out, or you can call their number at 315-982-2246 to schedule an appointment.
OCC has recently been named a military-friendly school by national publication GI Jobs magazine. It was one of 625 schools to be recognized by the publication out of more than 1,000 candidates considered. OCC operates the Office of Veterans Affairs here on campus that specializes in providing student veterans any unique help they might require in transitioning to college life to achieve their academic goals. The office operates in room 217 of the COULTER Library and can also be contacted by phone at 315-498-2200 or by emailing veterans at sunyocc.edu. If you are interested in transferring to a four-year school after OCC, there's now a new agreement between Onondaga and SUNY ESF. I spoke to both presidents to see what it's all about. There is now another school that is in direct contact with OCC. President Casey CRABIL says that this will ultimately benefit students.
This new agreement specifies the exact transfer path from OCC into a number of ESF degrees, making sure that when you take advantage of this, you'll enter ESF as an absolute junior and you'll have just those 4 semesters left to go.
Worrying about transfer credits should no longer be a worry while looking at schools such as ESF. President CRABIL states that a college like OCC really sets students up for that next step. So if you're interested in environmental studies, forestry management, or even paper making, this is the right place to go. With both presidents in agreement about the past inefficiencies in transferring, President David Amberg gives ESF's point of view.
We have a mission to serve our community here in Central New York to train the next generation of environmental workforce.
President Amberg also says that ESF notices the diverse population at OCC, and that is something that they try to reach out for. If you are interested in becoming a Mighty Oak, talk to your advisor now to get started on the transfer process.
Coming up after the break, we'll give you all the details on this week's weather forecast.
Then we'll learn how climate change is affecting what we put on the dinner table. Keep it here with ONTV Update.
It's a great way to get started specifically for architecture and interior design. Even if you're thinking of transferring to one of the top programs in the country, getting familiar with how to design, the vocabulary, the terminology, and then you can take that knowledge onto an upper level program. And if you're looking to get a job after 2 years, I think the program prepares you as well as any program can for what you're going to experience in the real world.
Being community college, we want to represent the community that we're in, and most of our rosters are filled with students from the local community. And I think there's a lot of great institutional pride in the success our teams have seen. I'm always very careful to call our students student athletes because I really believe that that's the purpose, that they're here first and foremost to be students. And so just in our building, in the SRC Arena in Allen Hall, we do have some facilities specifically to support their academic needs.
What brought me to OCC is an opportunity to pursue a higher education and inspire other people. One of the things that I like that OCC provides not only me but the students at OCC to be successful, I would say the Learning Center. The Learning Center is a center where you could get tutoring from, and they have great tutors there. I recommend someone to come to OCC is because of all the different resources that they have.
The EMC program allowed me to learn everything that I use every day in my current career. Interviewing people for the first time, I learned here the way you act and carry yourself out in the field is very important because you're representing a company, you're representing a station. Just getting that experience here was huge because when I first started there, I saw these assignments I was getting and I realized I've done this before. It was just like a continuation from right here.
Our primary focus is teaching and students, and what we do is driven by students. Structurally, I like the environment. I like how we've set up systems for helping students. There are places that I can send you guys if you need more help, and that means a lot to me. And I like the sort of variety of what people are doing. I'm not sort of siloed into just thinking about English 24/7. I can stretch and think about different things, and I really like that.
My favorite class to teach is probably the writing scripts. I enjoy working with students on creative writing, and though I enjoy all the classes that I teach, to be honest, there's an energy that creative endeavors like writing scripts allows you to have. That energy just kind of bubbles through the whole term, and so it makes it a lot of fun.
Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Caitlin Kelly.
And I'm Jason Brzee. The weather has been up and down all week long. Let's go to Veronica Griffin now to see if we'll have the warm weather back anytime soon.
According to the Weather Channel, we're expecting about an inch of snow in Syracuse tonight, with a high of 30 and a low around 17. Moving into next week, we'll start off with slightly warmer days with high temperatures in the 40s, then coming up to a high of 46 on Wednesday. We can expect precipitation all week long with mixed snow and rain, so plan accordingly. This winter has definitely been a mild one. I sat down with Professor Martino to see how the weather is affecting local agriculture. Professor Marty Martino has been teaching meteorology at OCC for 16 years. In his class, students talk about the science behind weather and climate change. Climate change isn't about a few colder or warmer days. It's about a pattern.
This winter has been pretty mild. If you compare some of the temperatures month by month, we've been about 9 degrees warmer on the average.
A warmer winter sounds like a good thing for us living in central New York, but it's no good for local farmers.
So whenever you have an abnormality in any of the climate aspect, the farmers have to figure out when they're going to be able to get in their fields, what they have to do to prepare their fields, and what they have to do to get their crops in at a reasonable time, because there's only so many days of growth pattern around this area.
This time of year, it's no surprise to see a small business or farm stand such as North County Florists shut down for the season. But when local suppliers can't meet demand, grocery stores have to turn out of state or even out of the country for produce. Joe Van Horn is the produce manager at Tops Friendly Market in Baldwinsville. You won't find anything missing from the shelves here, but you won't find anything locally grown either.
Whether it's some other country or some other state, there's a good chance that we can get, whatever. Our suppliers in the warehouse will find it, wherever it is, if it's something that is kind of like your basic items. So.
According to Joe Van Horn, Tops will begin carrying local produce again around May, or even April if we see a lot of sunny weather.
The Upstate Foundation is partnering with iHeartMedia for the 17th Annual Radiothon for Kids, a fundraiser for supporting the pediatric services at the Upstate Golisano Children's Hospital. The Radiothon raises funds to support purchases of new equipment, comfort items, toys, and financially supports many more programs within Golisano. Last year's Radiothon received a record number of phone calls, with donations totaling $250,000. If you want to contribute this year, the Radiothon is continuing until 6 p.m. tonight. You can donate by phone at 315-464-5500, or you can donate online at upstatefoundation.org/GCH Radiothon.
After the break, sports can be fun to watch, but what happens to those athletes behind the scenes?
How do these students manage both sports and their academic workload? More about student athletes coming up on ONTV Update.
Do you need help with jobs and interviews? Check out the Career Center in Coulter Hall across from the cafe in room 110. They have laptops to help with your job search that are always surrounded by helpful tips and info. On the front desk, they always have current job openings, positions, and internships available. They have a website called Purple Briefcase where you can get access to all of this 24/7. So come and get your future at the Career Center. Miss Coulter will be here to greet you.
My favorite thing about OCC is definitely the bonds that it allows you to build. I've made so many friends from the soccer team that are all excellent students as well, and I've made great friends in the nursing program. It really helps you continue on the journey because you have support wherever you go. I go to practice and I have copious amounts of support there. I wouldn't trade the memories that I've made here for anything.
When I think about OCC, I think about inclusion and just all the chances to learn about other people. One of my favorite places that I still actually hang out is definitely the fishbowl in Mooney. The food's not bad either. What would make OCC a good choice? It was actually pretty, I believe the term is inexpensive.
Finals are coming up fast, and Coulter Library is ready. We have lots of new computers, several new study rooms, and extended hours for finals review sessions. If you're stressed about that final exam or frantically working to finish that term paper, look no further. Take advantage of our subject resources and prepare for the end of a successful semester here at Coulter Library.
I kind of fell in love with the dream and the idea of someday being on the radio.
It's your girl Breezy!
I found out about EMC, which was an absolute game changer. EMC prepared me for my career in radio and set me up to where I am now because I learned so many things that I still use today. I put myself in the best possible position for myself and my career going to OCC, the EMC department.
We sponsor 17 varsity sports at OCC, so it's 6 in the fall, 2 in the winter, and then 9 in the spring. We've had a lot of athletic success, both from a team perspective as well as the individual. We've won numerous team national championships, primarily in men's lacrosse, women's lacrosse, but also basketball and men's tennis. We can have students come here and gain more exposure than they normally would receive in high school. Hopefully there's an opportunity then to transfer on to a four-year school to continue their education and playing career.
Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Tristan Waller. Some people don't take student athletes seriously, thinking that it's easier of a major than others. I'm here to say it takes a lot more work than you think. When talking about sports, we focus on the sport itself usually, but how do these athletes manage to handle the workload? I went to Devin App to find the answer.
I think that they have to work a little bit harder because they just have more things going on often with their practice schedules. A lot of times the teams volunteer. They also have workouts, study halls. So I think a lot of times it's just finding that right balance, and they can definitely struggle from the beginning to figure out that balance, but usually they figure it out as long as they're communicating with their coaches, communicating with me, and really taking advantage of their resources. They usually all do a pretty good job. It's just a little bit of an adjustment period.
Students not only need to keep in check with their studies, but they also have to keep their bodies in shape for the rigorous practices and sporting events that they will be involved with. Now, excuse me, I gotta get a bit of my workout in as well. Yeah, feel the burn. It seems that many athletes are able to succeed, but sometimes others aren't so lucky.
Past semester, I have had a few teammates that are no longer eligible, and that's because they just slacked off and didn't get help when they needed to. Just set the goal, and you just constantly have the goal in the back of your head, and you'll take steps to reach it.
For whatever reason that some students don't make the cut, there are luckily people at the SRC Arena that can help out. I'm Tristan Waller, ONTV Update. Even though most student athletes are able to manage their workload for their sport and classes, it's definitely not a major to slack off in. It takes a lot of effort, determination, and muscle to do what these athletes do every day. The Onondaga's men's basketball team defeated Finger Lakes Community College 85-73 Tuesday night to advance to the Region 3 Final Four. Chakai Lucas scored 25 points and grabbed 13 rebounds. For the Lasers, the women's team won with a landslide ending in 93-64, with Amber Megas scoring a massive 24 points. Also followed up by Caitlin Walker, who scored 15 points and grabbing 11 rebounds. With these amazing wins, especially from the women's team, we'll be seeing them Saturday night taking on their third seed Herkimer Generals. I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I can't wait for the excitement of the game.
Yeah, honestly, the men's team has done amazing all year with only really 3 losses on the season, so let's hope they continue this trend.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more after those couple losses last year.
Thank you, Tristan. After the break, does someone you know need some extra care or help doing daily activities?
Stay with ONTV Update to find out how giving a helping hand can support families in need.
Explore the possibilities and reach your full potential with Phi Theta Kappa, the official honor society for 2-year colleges. To be invited, you need at least 12 completed OCC credit hours and a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher. Once you're in, you'll have access to scholarship, service, fellowship, and leadership opportunities. Come to the PTK and Honors Program Suite at COULTER Hall to learn more. A whole world of opportunities is waiting for you. What are you waiting for?
The OCC campus is a great starting place to further your academics for a cheap price. OCC is always looking for ways to make the place look better, and they're always adding new stuff onto campus. The OCC campus has great parking accommodations if you have a car. The OCC campus is a lot larger than I imagined. It has a lot of buildings off campus as well as on campus. I very much enjoy my time here because I've met a bunch of people that I wouldn't think I'll ever meet.
Everybody like on the edge of their seats yelling. People want to see you do good. People actually coming out to watch me play. So it definitely give me an incentive to play hard, get some buckets. I guess it's one of the top JUCOs in the country. It's a good program to get your name out there. I like to go by like the sky is the limit. Like you can do anything you put your mind to. Like I didn't really know I was gonna break a record. I just kind of figured like if I was to put all in the work in, you could do anything that you put your mind to. If you're gonna work hard or something, just give it your all.
Because we're a two-year school, you're going to play right away. As a freshman, you're going to get pretty good parts, and as a sophomore, you're going to have all the best stuff. We have a lot of non-majors involved, and they can play in ensembles, they can take lessons, they can take music classes. They really could do all the music major things. There are no barriers to that. We have great equipment, we have great facilities. It's a lot of fun to be here. There's a lot of energy, and we do a lot of performing, which makes everybody kind of energetic and working towards those goals together, and it makes it a lot of fun.
My classes aren't too bad. As a business major, they're kind of difficult, so I can always come here and get some help, or if I have any questions about my student profile or anything about that, there's always help here. They took me through like the list of options of courses that I could choose, and I picked the best ones that I think were suited for me. Honestly, without OCC and the help of the Student Center, I just wouldn't really be where I am today.
I went to college with the idea that I was going to take Ryan Seacrest's job. Through my time at OCC, I was able to learn, you know what, my skill set more realistically lends to marketing and customer relations. And that really gave me a direction of where it is that I should go professionally. The benefit of having a smaller class size is that I get one-on-one attention from my professor. And that's one of the things that I loved about having those smaller classes. I'm very glad that I learned my professionalism in the area where I am practicing professionally.
Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Jason Brzee.
And I'm Caitlin Kelly. The average student spends $100 to $1,200 on textbooks each year.
ONTV Update's Hunter Rutty tells us about a new program at OCC that's designed to help students save money.
The Box of Books program has been at OCC for 2 semesters now. Barnes & Noble bookstore manager John Cusick says that students need more awareness to how this program can help them.
I see students come in who have opted out, and I show them what they're paying, and then I show them what they could save, and they opt right back in. So therefore, I think a lot of students don't realize there is a real substantial savings.
Box of Books is for all students as long as you are enrolled.
Any student, as long as they're enrolled, part-time, full-time, whether they're taking one course, night students, weekend students, yes, any student, all students qualify.
There isn't an application process for this program.
As soon as you enroll in your classes, you're in Box of Books. You're automatically in Box of Books. Then what you do have to do is you have to go to our website just to confirm your order. But you're automatically enrolled. If you choose to opt out of Box of Books, you can do that.
If you've already registered your Box of Books online, all you have to do is come out here right to the table and have your student ID ready to pick up your Box of Books. According to John, there are 2 benefits for students using Box of Books.
So there are 2 big points to Box of Books. It's lower prices for students, so students save money. And most students, if they participate in Box of Books, have all their courseware by the first day of class. So it's really to help students succeed.
For the music department, especially for like lessons, they were able to put books on there and like build up our rep. So that was helpful. And some of the textbooks for the music classes are very expensive, and that really cut down costs.
Box of Books helps students save money on textbooks each semester.
Box of Books is offered to every student automatically, with the option to opt out if it does not save you money.
According to the Alzheimer's Association, an estimated 5.8 million Americans of all ages have Alzheimer's. And caring full-time for a loved one with these disease can have a big impact. Denise Kelly has been providing extra care to her father, who is suffering from Alzheimer's disease.
I've been doing this for a little over 2 years, helping him, but he hasn't been able to walk and get up on his own to take care of himself.
Denise's job comes with a lot of responsibility and knowing how to handle certain situations.
What makes my job hard is the unpredictability. You don't know from one minute to another how he's going to act, what he's going to say, what mood he's going to be in.
According to the CDC, about 2/3 of dementia caretakers are women, and about 1/4 of them are classified as the sandwich generation, meaning that they take care of an aging parent. CHERYL BRAT is a registered nurse who is also a main caregiver for Denise's father. She says that her becoming a caregiver just seemed to fall into place after working in hospitals and doctors' offices.
We saw a lot of people in the hospital who didn't have family with them because it was just inconvenient, where if they're home
it's better for the patient, because especially somebody in Jack's condition, because they're in their own surroundings, and plus it's easier for the family to come and go.
People who are suffering from Alzheimer's disease need as much care as they can get. This usually leads to them going into nursing homes, which can be very expensive.
He wouldn't get the care that he's getting at home with his family, and to be around his family every day and to see, you know, his children, his grandchildren, to, you know, be with his wife right next to him. It's very rewarding to have Cheryl. Very thankful.
If you or someone you know is caring for someone with Alzheimer's, you can go to alz.org to find information on how to properly care for them or how to take care of yourself as a caregiver.
Veronica Griffin is back now with the weekend forecast. Veronica, how's it look?
This weekend will stay fairly cold with some snow and rain showers. I'd say it's a good weekend to stay in and watch a movie.
I guess that means we'll just have to keep the jackets out a little bit longer.
Yeah, keep them out longer. That's all we have for today. Make sure to tune in next week. Thank you for watching On TV Update.
Yep.